I think Kim, Katie's wife.
Kim, Katie's wife, wanted to say something.
Yes. Stick it in. Other way.
Other way.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. I'm Kate Eaton's wife. I'm an applied physicist, and I'm specialized in one end of the electromagnetic spectrum. The electromagnetic spectrum includes everything from visible light to the dreaded ionizing radiation. And in fact, I'm one of only maybe 20 people in the United States who are going to be called upon if the United States undergoes an atomic attack or a dirty bomb goes off in New York City. In fact, some of my students have participated in exercises to what happens if there's a dirty bomb in Manhattan. That doesn't mean I'm necessarily the calmest, non-emotional person. It means we're all in a heck of a lot of trouble, because when this happens, I'm the most likely person to be called in and calm everybody down. Oh dear. So, I am Norman's daughter-in-law. So Geneva, where are you out there? Okay, so Geneva, you're once removed sort of honorary daughter-in-law. And I lived a good 30 years of my life without any family. And so when you become an in-law, you inherit a huge amount of family and all their crazy friends. And I certainly had no idea, as a loner, not just a nerd, but a loner, an independent loner, how am I going to relate, and how do you relate to family? And then all these other non-chosen friends that you're suddenly part of their life. So I was really culturally disadvantaged. And so how am I going to survive that? I needed an ally. And I instantly found an ally in Norman Eaton. I never had a conversation, a private conversation with Norman. And I thought, well, I have no business getting up here and talking, because my relationship with Norman was completely non-verbal. And Kate's saying, how can Kim have a non-verbal relationship with anybody? It was a secret. Okay, it was a secret. Because Norman had an amazing sense of humor. But he was also extremely intelligent and very nonverbal. So what was actually going on since I met Norman is I would make a joke and nobody would laugh, and he'd look at me and I know he got it. Then he would say something and nobody would react, and I'd look at him and he would know that I got it. Okay, and then someone, a friend or a family member, would do something that was a little bit strange or wouldn't sort of go along with what Norman thought, and I'd look at him and he'd look back at me. It's like, you got it.
Yes.
So Norman was my ally. And so I've been contemplating, should I say anything? Should I say anything? I have nothing to say. Well, that's also, except for my relationship with Norman, is really not understandable. So yes, of course I have something to say. When I woke up this morning, I had a memory from a long time ago which did not involve Norman. I was 21 years old, and I was living in New York City. And in the 80s or somewhere around there, the big thing in the lesbian women's community was auras.
Oh, gosh.
And auras were that each person emanates a color. Oh, color. That's part of the electromagnetic spectrum. So each person glows a color, and you can tell something about the person from their aura. So I was young, and I was dating an older woman in New York City. And she was much older. She was probably 25 years old. And she was a filmmaker. Filmmakers are so special, James. They're really creative, and they see the world. It's like a filmmaker sees both the vision of the photographer. They have a photographer's eye, but it moves, and they also have this kind of, I think, a silent, deep connection to people and relationships. So Gail, I want to say I actually get this. And Gail was much better than I was, because I was dating this filmmaker, and after 2 weeks she said, "I'm going to dump you." I said, "Well, what did I do?" She says, "No, I didn't tell you. I have melanoma, and I have a life expectancy of 12 months. And you will be the world's worst person as an end-of-life partner.
Oh.
But I do want to leave you with some wisdom." And that's what I woke up with this morning. And she said, "I want you to remember knowing me. But whenever you see a rainbow, remember that when you die, you become every color of the rainbow." So that was 40 years ago or something like that. And I also, when we're leaving Michigan, and I'm nerdy, right? So I'm suddenly, at 11 o'clock in the night, before we came up here, I went to get said, "What am I supposed to wear?" And it was sort of not what you got on right now, but something a little dressier. And I'm like, okay, nerd. Okay, it's got to be clean. I can't have anything spilled on the front of it. Okay, so that's why my suitcase is huge. I threw in options. Always prepared for a dirty bomb to go off at the moment. So, got up this morning. Should I wear black? Well, black this is navy blue, but it's close enough. This is not quantum physics. It's a spectrum. So I should wear black, but because black is what you're supposed to wear. Heaven forbid if you dyed your graying hair purple and showed up at a memorial service. Okay, so black absorbs all colors of the rainbow. I'm getting there myself. And it absorbs all colors of the rainbow, and so if I wear black, I will absorb all the auras of all the people in this room. White reflects and emanates all colors. So did I choose to wear black? No, it's what was clean. What I should be wearing are sunglasses, because this rainbow of people who have been assembled by Norman is amazing, and it's totally right. So let's remember this wonderful person, Norman, but let's also focus on the relationships that he made, which are this brilliant rainbow in this room. Thank you.